The fog rolls in ahead of me. Good, let it. Ironvale's courtyard materializes through the tree line like something from a bad memory. Cold stone, torchlight bleeding orange through grey mist, the grand packhouse crouched at the far end like a beast that knows it's being hunted. I've walked into territories that tried to kill me on sight. I've stood at the edge of rogue land with nothing but my own dominance and Rin's silence between me and something worse. I have not flinched once in 3 years. I don't plan to start now. I step out of the tree line and into the courtyard like I own it, because I'm about to. The first wolves to notice me are the sentries. 2 of them, flanking the eastern arch, hands dropping immediately to the blades at their thighs. Smart instinct. Wrong target. Rin materializes at my left flank without a word, his expression the flat, polished nothing that makes grown alphas reconsider their life choices. The sentries bare their teeth. They don't advance. My dominance pheromones have already hit the air like a detonation. Pine, cold iron, the sharp metallic edge of something that should not be possible. And their wolves know it before their minds catch up. Around the courtyard, the pack freezes, one by one. A ripple of stillness spreading outward from where I stand. I let it happen. I let them look. The cold firelight catches the scar along my left collarbone. Visible above my collar, deliberate, never hidden. Let them see it. I let them remember the night their alpha put me outside the gates with nothing but the clothes on my back and a rejection bond snapping shut around my chest like a trap. Let them reconcile that girl with what's standing in front of them now. A murmur moves through the crowd. Low, disbelieving. That's Sarah Voss. I catch it. More than one voice. She shouldn't smell like... No, she shouldn't. And yet, my hands want to shake. That's the part I didn't prepare for. Or the part I lied to myself about preparing for. Because his scent hits me before I see him. Wood smoke and dark cedar, rain-soaked leather, and something underneath it that my wolf still recognizes like a brand burned into bone. My hands curl inside my jacket pockets. Still, I lock them there. Then the packhouse doors open. Caden Hale steps out and stops dead. And the amber in his eyes ignites copper the instant they find mine. Across 30 feet of cold courtyard stone, through fog and firelight and the held breath of an entire pack, he sees me, and I let him look at what he made. Caden moves first. Of course he does. Caden descends the packhouse steps with the slow, deliberate weight of a man reminding the room who owns it. Each boot strike on stone is a punctuation mark, an alpha making his authority audible. "State your business, Voss." His voice carries across the courtyard like a blade thrown sideways, flat and sharp and meant to draw blood. "Or I'll have you removed." I smile. One corner. Cold. "You already tried that." I let the words sit in the fog between us. 3 years ago. In the dark. Without witnesses. The copper in his eyes flares, and a muscle in his jaw locks so tight I can almost hear it. Caden takes another step toward me, not closing distance out of want but out of instinct. The territorial press, the alpha circling to remind an intruder of the hierarchy. My wolf doesn't flinch, neither do I. Rin shifts half a step to my left, wordless, absolute. The message is precise. There are 2 alpha forces standing in this courtyard tonight, and one of them came prepared. Caden's gaze cuts to Rin, then back to me. Something flickers in his expression. Calculation, fury, and beneath both of those, something raw that he buries before it surfaces fully. His scent sharpens. Dark cedar spiked with dominance, pheromones that saturate the cold air. My wolf recognizes it. My wolf does not get a vote. "The border territories," I say clearly, loudly, for the pack. Not for him. The Voss bloodline held the Eastern Ridge and the Greymere Lowlands for 4 generations before your father absorbed them. Through a dissolution clause, my rejection conveniently enabled. I pause. I've come to take them back. Several of the Ironvale wolves exchange glances. Uneasy. I catch it. The flicker of recognition. Old claim. Old blood. Caden's voice drops to something lethal. "You have no standing here." Verath Sol Marin. The ancient tongue. 3 words, and the entire courtyard goes breathlessly, devastatingly silent. I watch understanding move through the pack like a cold current. Watch it reach Caden's face and turn it to stone. The old law, I continue, surgical and unhurried, grants a wrongfully rejected mate the right to invoke territorial challenge by dominance trial, and witnessed by no fewer than 6 pack members. I gesture once at the crowd surrounding us. I count considerably more than 6. Caden stares at me, fury, disbelief, the particular humiliation of a man whose own laws have just been weaponized against him in front of every wolf whose loyalty he depends on. The challenge is legal, I say softly. It's public, and it's already binding. His pack knows it. I can smell the wavering. So can he. The silence has weight now. It presses down on every wolf in this courtyard like a thumb against a bruise. I step forward. Not much, just enough. Enough to make Caden Hale take one involuntary half-step back before he catches himself, and the shame of it crosses his face like a slap. I want a witness, I say, loud and unhurried, my voice carrying to every corner of the courtyard. One of yours. Someone with enough years in this pack to confirm what I'm about to file is binding under the old law. A beat, then movement from the edge of the gathered wolves. An older man, silver-haired, heavy through the shoulders, wearing the quiet authority of someone who has watched alphas come and go. He steps forward with something that might be reluctant respect, and nods. Once. "Elder Jorin," Rin says from just behind my right shoulder. Low, confirming. He's already done his research. Of course he has. Elder Jorin's eyes move between Caden and me. His voice is gravel and certainty. The law stands. I have stood witness to one such challenge before, 40 years ago. A pause. I'll stand witness again. I feel Caden flinch. Not physically, but I know him. I've always known him in ways I wish I didn't. Now the flinch lives in his jaw, in the way it locks like a door barred from the inside. Then record it, I say to Elder Jorin, and I reach into the internal pocket of my jacket for the formal notation. Already prepared, already dated, because I have been preparing for this moment for 3 years, 4 months, and 11 days. And that's when it happens. Caden drops to one knee. The pressure of my alpha dominance has been building since I walked through the gate, and some threshold has finally broken. His wolf surrendering to something his pride still refuses to name. It lasts only 2 seconds.